Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. And for today and this weekend, there's obviously a lot of stuff coming up. We've got the presidential election set to happen in now less than 4 weeks, or right at 4 weeks. And then we have non-farm payrolls. And really more importantly, you can see what a state of nothingness the S&Ps have been in since July. Just trading sideways. The S&P spiders have not been able to get through this tree line here from the voodoo perspective, but at the same time have not been able to get rejected from this and sell off. We got another big squeeze setting up here. There was the potential that we were going to come into the non-farm payrolls and things would go nuts again, but we've got another situation of sidewaysness. And what's interesting about this market right now, the things that are standing out the most is, one, you can see that energy has had a solid recovery here. You can see that the XLE here has gone from 66 up to 70. Okay, in a week that the S&Ps went sideways, energy went up. All right, and then if we look at some of the financial stocks, you can see that the financial stocks. Just on the idea that interest rates could be rising are actually having a really strong resurgence here, and then that's helping balance out things like technology, which have been trading sideways, or consumer stocks, which actually have been trading down. So we continue to have this trend where, when you see the S&P 500 as being mixed, we got to keep in mind that within that mixture there are some sectors doing really, really well and other sectors that are selling off, and that creates a broader averages of being very, very mixed. So when it comes down to, it's like, great, well, how do you trade that? Well, the thing about the S&P 500 is that it's been very good this year doing iron condor type trades, selling premium in the SPX and the SPY, and that continues to be the case, and I think it'll be the case right up until the election. I'm not anticipating a lot of volatility until after the election. And then from there, in terms of individual stocks, you have kind of a mixed bag. On the one hand, you'll have stocks like what I call the stock of the day, and we had some action there coming up in Twitter where it's like, oh my God, there's all these rumors, all this volume, and then fizzle. So you got volatility, but the volatility can be a double-edged sword if playing that kind of stuff. We had another stock and things like this, like in stocks like Twilio, where you'll have something like a great squeeze and a beautiful play up to the 1272 extension, but after that initial target is hit, just no follow through. Okay, and it's kind of like, it kind of fizzles out, and so it does make this kind of a shorter term market. So what do we look for in this week ahead? I am keeping an eye on crude oil. As long as crude oil stays strong, the markets will be strong, at least trade sideways to higher, just because of all the energy stocks. And one that I like really well here is EOG, and you can see here it's done really well. If we could get a little bit of a pullback this week, that is one I'd be looking at. All right, so that's the main stuff I've got. I got a lot to cover in the premium video. All right, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you at the next update.